Hello, everybody. Welcome to the IIHF live show, live and direct from Zurich, semi-final day of the 2026 World Championship. I'm Mike Johnson. I'll be joined by Reg and Rust a little bit later as we tee you up and get you ready for two tremendous semi-final games. Second game, Canada versus Finland. Very good teams. Will be a worthy opponent for whoever wins game one, where our focus lies right now. The hometown Swiss, trying to get back to the gold medal game again, would be the third year in a row that they've gotten there, and they have been an absolute juggernaut throughout the tournament. Have not lost a single point. They lead the tournament in goals against, in power play, in penalty killing. They have been utterly dominant. But they're going up against a very surprising Norwegian team who deserve to be in the semifinal. They have beaten Sweden. They've beaten Czechia. They've taken Canada to overtime. They have a goalie that is playing out of this world, and Henrik Hochland. Should be a fantastic atmosphere with a sea of red behind me rooting the hometown team on the semis. Let's take a look to get you ready for the semis, first semifinal, Switzerland and Norway.
The semis are set.
This is big boy hockey time now. Swiss have taken control totally now, and they've won every game they've played.
Osby steals, takes their shot, and he scores!
Norway has never been that far at the World Hockey Championship.
Steve steals, shoots, and scores!
If you believe, you can achieve anything.
Another chance in front, score! Koblar, and Norway takes the lead.
We waited a long time to play at home.
An opening for Milgenreich, and he shoots and scores! Osby back to Yossi. Shot again, they score! Yossi!
That doesn't get you hyped up. I don't know what will. Actually, I do. It's my co-host, Reagan Rust, is joining me. We've been with her for a couple of years now. Former player, collegiately and professionally, former coach, social media superstar, part-time analyst, and all-around solid partner of mine. Good to see you. Are you ready for this semifinal?
My heartbeat is racing. I'm so fired up for this game. I cannot wait to watch Switzerland and obviously Norway.
Well, that is part of the story. We are in Zurich. We are in Switzerland. Swiss are trying to go to the final gold medal game. There's a lot of pressure, I suppose, but really more than anything, it feels like a lot of energy and opportunity that this whole country is rallying behind the team right now.
Yeah, I've been in the building for a lot of these games, and every single time these fans are showing up, they are so loud. They have this one song, and I went to go find it yesterday. They will hum it together for 5 minutes straight if they feel like Switzerland needs a boost. So it's actually been very beautiful to see.
And Norway will have to contend with that. They'll have to contend with Switzerland on the ice, which is challenging enough, but also with the fans and the energy and the atmosphere and the whistling and the humming and the singing and the chanting, all the things that make the World Championship such a great tournament. So Switzerland, they've rolled. They've been an absolute powerhouse from their opening game victory against the United States to their final round-robin game closure to get all the way against Finland, Sweden in the quarterfinals. What has impressed you most about the way Switzerland has played in this tournament?
I think it's been their connection. Truly, they started from the very beginning having a really good connection, being able to connect passes, being able to score goals. They have scored so many goals at this point against so many different teams, and honestly, not many games have been a real challenge for them up until even Sweden. They went down pretty early on, but they came back real quick, and they held on for dear life.
They have not played a one-goal game yet. The closest game they've played is winning by 2. What's always impressed me about Switzerland, having been to this tournament now, this is my 13th time covering it, is that Switzerland may be better than any other country that blends domestic players with NHL players, is that there seems to be a seamless continuity, that connection you talked about between the guys who play in the NHL and the guys who play largely here in Switzerland for the club teams here. They have a great chemistry because they have been together for a long time, and I almost wonder if this sort of golden generation of Swiss players that have risen to be one of the best teams in the world really want to seize this opportunity to do this at home would mean that much more, because they've never won a gold medal before.
Nope, and it's been 4 silver medals for some of them since 2013. And I think, honestly, if they're going to do it any year, this is the year. And I know, I'm sure people probably say that every single year, but the way that they've been playing, they have showed up to be one of the best teams, if not the best team here. They've outperformed Canada, they've outperformed Finland, and now they're getting to showcase.
they've been the best team in this tournament, start to finish. Now, none of that matters if they don't win today and they don't win tomorrow. But you think the path, you never want to say it's going to be easy because it won't be. But they are playing Norway in the semifinals, a country that has never been to the semifinals before. So yes, they're improving, but it's uncharted territory for them. There would be an element of accomplishment, much like Denmark last year, just for getting to this point, regardless of how they do. But Norway's gotten here based on defense and goaltending. Henrik Hockman has been spectacular. Their goals against have been really good. Their penalty kill, all the defensive numbers have been through the roof. The key for Norway to me, Regan, has got to be keep this game close. Keep it scoreless as long as you can. Keep it within touch. Don't let the Swiss get off and running. If they can do that, do you give them a fighting chance if they can keep it close through the first 10, 15, 20 minutes?
I'd say so. Do you want to know how many block shots they've had in 8 games? You want to take a guess?
8 games, they must have 150.
100.
100,
Yeah. Which
yeah.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
And their goalie's stopping almost all of them as well. So I give them a very good chance to at least take this to overtime, if anything.
So we know they're good defensively, but they're also going to have to try to score some goals. That's no easy task on Leonardo Genoni. His goals against, 0.6. That's right, I said 0.6 is Leonardo Genoni's goals against. The 38-year-old has been a staple for the national team for a long time. Let's learn a little bit more about him.
I think for everybody in the Swiss team, it's something special. We waited a long time to play at home, and now we're here. We're exciting, and it's even better than we thought. The home crowd is incredible. Playing in front of all these fans is just amazing. Everybody's happy. You see a lot of smiles in the rink, in the stands, but also in the dressing room, and I think this is extra boost. All these people, it's the best thing I've ever played.
Legendary Leonardo Genoni, 38 years old.
Or like MVP last year at the tournament, it's an honor, right?
It is. It was an honor, of course, but to be honest, I would have changed it against the gold medal last year. We were close there, and it was kind of unexpected to get an award as an MVP last year, but it's not my goal. My goal is to win as a team, and there's a new chance this year.
I don't want to get sentimental, but the chance of a guy like that to take this all the way through, for all that he's been through this team, it would be really special.
Yeah, and he has really been showing up this time around. I mean, he showed up last year, but I think he's on a different level this year as well. He's been coming to the top of the crease. He's really challenging the players. I wouldn't say he's necessarily had the easiest path to be able to get a 0.6 save percentage.
And one of his shutouts earlier in the tournament allowed him to take the record for most shutouts at the World Championships all time, any country. That's how great he has been. But he's got a pretty good team in front of him as well. Superstar Roman Josi, captain of the Nashville Predators, has been electric, scoring a natural hat trick in one of the games. Why is Roman Josi such an important part, beyond his obvious talent, to the Swiss team?
One, the fans love him, so they're always rooting for him. They're always thinking that he's going to score the first goal, which is hilarious for a defenseman. And to be able to get a natural hat trick too, not only as a defenseman, but even at the World Championships, that's insane. I don't even know how many other hat tricks we've had. It's been 2?
Yeah,
one other one?
No, they haven't been. They're hard to come by, but Roman Josi is a unique talent as a defenseman. He's listed as a defender, but you might want to call him a rover. He really does explore the entire ice surface offensively. He'll be down deep. He'll be up the ice on a rush. He'll be attacking and hang out in front of the net. But he's also very good defensively. He doesn't do the offense at the expense of being unreliable defensively, and that's why he's such a key part of the Swiss team. When he gets going, he's a hard handle. And on the bigger ice surface, got a little bit more space, a little bit more time, and a little bit more impact, as he has been the best offensive defenseman in the tournament so far, which is not surprising because he's one of the best offensive defensemen in the world. But it might also help for Roman Josi to be able to facilitate to guys that he knows really well. So it's not just him, but he's got great chemistry with a lot of his former national team teammates beyond the goals that he scored. And that's also a big part of the Swiss team. They're being led offensively not just by a guy who's won the Norris Trophy in Roman Josi, but also domestic players that have been pivotal for their success as well. So We can watch Roman Josi highlights all day long, but we're going to have to get also, I find the Malgin and Draghetto combination so fascinating because they both were in the NHL a little bit, but they didn't have as much success there as they have playing as teammates in Zurich and now as teammates with Switzerland. They are 1-2 in scoring in this tournament. Why are they so good together, even better than they are apart?
I think it's because they know how to find each other. They know where they're going to be. They constantly move their feet. They're never standing still. You'll see them come off the wall. They'll shoot. They'll be in front of the net. They're moving all around the place. And I really like the fact that he's already beat his points total from last year.
Yeah.
He had 11 points last year. He's already at 12 this year. So he's been crushing it.
Yeah, it's so nice in a short tournament to walk into instant chemistry. Because a lot of times teams, they get to this tournament, they're chasing combinations that work for 3 or 4 or 5 games. Switzerland doesn't have to do that. They know these two guys work beautifully together. They've done it year after year at this tournament, and they do it all season long with Zurich. So they've been fantastic, as has Nino Niederreiter. He always plays in this tournament, Nino Niederreiter. And it's interesting to me because we mentioned Switzerland, 4 silver medals since 2013. Nino has played in every single one of those silver medal winning teams, or the way that they would look at it, gold medal losing teams. So Nino Niederreiter, if you want to tug at the heartstrings, you want to think of a sentimental guy to root for. Niederreiter, given all he's been through and all the close calls to maybe get there this year, would be something special.
He has so much experience.
Yeah,
He's very experienced. Plays in the NHL as well. And I think for him, being able to take that experience, not only losing, but just knowing that this team this year has that chance, they have so much confidence in themselves. And you've seen it on the ice, but also them connecting off the ice. They were playing board games last night. Like, how cute is that? They want a team bond outside of hockey. So I think this is going to be his time to shine, finally.
It's like a U12 team at a tournament, just going to the pool and jumping around and playing board games, whatever it takes. And it's almost hard to watch these highlights of the Swiss team being so disappointed. Nino in virtual tears on the blue line because they want so badly, not just for themselves, but for their country to win a gold medal finally. So watch for Nino Niederreiter to be particularly motivated in this game, as he almost always is. But Switzerland not playing full staff. Timo Meier suspended for the semifinals for his knee-on-knee hit versus Oscar Sundqvist against Sweden in the quarterfinals. Timo Meier is a huge part of this team, a very good player. I think that's the right call. I was stunned that this wasn't a 5 during the game. I think they probably should have called it a 5. Knee-on-knee, all the impact right there. What will they miss with Meier out, although Pia Suter is coming back into the lineup?
I think Nico's going to miss him for sure.
Yes.
They've been producing quite a lot
course.
together. They are already teammates with New Jersey, but them being able to find each other on the ice, it might be a little bit of a switch up for Nico, but I think they'll be okay. They have 4 lines deep.
Yeah, they are going to be very good, and Suter coming back is a pretty good replacement for Timo Meier. So that will be the challenge for Norway, from top to bottom, trying to contend with this dynamic, high-powered Swiss offense and the crowd behind them. But they have some pretty good players. They have some pretty interesting journeys to get to this point. Let's learn a little bit more about Emilio Pettersson and how he got here.
There's this famous video that your dad posted when you were 6 years old.
Yeah. For me, it's obviously a great thing that I was a prodigy, some people would call it, but I'm happy to be the player I am today and to keep pursuing my dreams and be the best player I can be. I moved when I was 14 from Norway, and much moved to a boarding school and got the opportunity to move up the ranks in the US and play college hockey and move on to pro for 5 years. I had a really good time, and I have friends for a lifetime, experience for a lifetime, and everyone thinks it's so difficult, but when you love what you're doing and have a lot of good people around you, it's quite easy actually. Now back in Sweden and closer to home, so I'm happy to be with the national team. Overall, I think my game's turned into forechecking style to get pucks and then use my abilities.
Fascinating journey, Emilio Pettersson going to the States to play junior, going to college, playing in the minor pros in North America, but eventually coming back and playing very well. He's been good for Norway. But he's not been their best player. Their best player by far, Henrik Holkland, plays for Straubing in the DEL. He was a goalie leader at DEL a few years ago. He's been a high-level goaltender. He's played 6 games. He's won 6 games with 3 shutouts. His save percentage, .960 as well. How great will he have to be, and can he be that great in this game for Norway to have the upset?
I think so. I honestly thought they were going to go with Norman in the
To
very
start,
beginning
yes.
in the prelims, and now that they're coming back with Hockland, it's actually very exciting. I think that, since 2020-2021 season, he's been having like a 2 to 3 goal against average, and now he's holding them to 1 goal. That's pretty unbelievable, and they're going to be up against some good competition, but he is their backbone right now. They need him to play his best in order for them to be able to win today.
They have so much confidence in him. They know he will make all the saves they need him to, and some that he's probably not even supposed to keep that game close. This will be his greatest test. He's going to have to be brilliant to keep Norway in this game. And Norway at some point will have to score 1 or 2 goals to get through, and the guy they'll turn to is Tinas Koblar, a second-round pick to the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's just 18 years old, stepped into the number 1 center spot when Vikingstad went down, and has led the team offensively. He's been one of the most pleasant surprises tournament-wide, given his offensive production and what he's able to do for Norway, who doesn't have the puck that much, and yet he's found the back of the net many times this tournament.
He's already matching my points from 1 season, so he's doing pretty good, I'd say. But being 18 and being able to step into a role where your team needs you, this is unbelievable performance by him. I think tonight he's going to have to really push back against their top line. So maybe you might see some mismatching of lines. You might see them try to put him against the second. We don't know how it's going to go.
You wonder how much respect he gets from Switzerland. Do they put Nico Hischier on an 18-year-old kid? Switzerland, the home team with last change, say, you go shut him down. Nico Hischier, one of the best defensive centermen in the world. That would be the ultimate sign of respect that they were to treat him like that. He's rangy. He doesn't take much to get a good shot off. He's found the back of the net. He's pretty strong on faceoffs for a kid, another thing that teenagers are not supposed to be good at. His path will be interesting what he does next year. He played for Leksands last year in Sweden. They were relegated, so he's allowed to leave his team if he wants if they get relegated. He elected to do that, so he's going to go to Rögle and play for them instead in the top division in Sweden. So he'll be someone to watch. And being from Toronto, talking to people back from Toronto, I'm getting a lot of questions. What's up with this Koblar guy? How good can he be? So far, he's been excellent. He's been the leader up front. You're a defenseman. How about the 2 guys on the back end? Kazakhstan and Krogdal. These 2 guys in their 30s, rugged, physical. They play together for years on the national team. They're going to have to be very efficient against Switzerland. What do you like about their games, the way they play together defensively for Norway?
I like that they throw the body.
They do.
That is their biggest sign. They love to get down and dirty in the corners. They will not let you by. I've watched them hit every single player that has gone below the bottom of the net.
Yeah, they are extremely physical down around their net. You mentioned the shot blocks. Also throw themselves in front of everything fearlessly. My challenge to them is that they are physical, they are rugged, they are stout, they are willing. Are they fast? Are they quick enough to get to the Swiss players to play that physical brand of hockey they have to? That's the challenge for them, for the entire Norwegian team. Can they handle the pace of Norway? So that's how we set it up. It is Switzerland with the number 1 power play, the number 1 penalty kill, most goals for, most goals against, leading scorer in the tournament, leading defensive scorer in the tournament, going up against Norway. Norway, a team that has never been in the semifinals before, whose country has been overrun with hockey mania right now. Watch parties everywhere for this game. So I have to ask you, Reagan, how do you see this one playing out?
Well, I actually think their best finish was 1951, 4th place, but I think there was only 7 teams.
Yeah,
so I'm
different tournament.
Way different tournament. I have to go with Switzerland.
Yes.
Upset would be very cool, but with Switzerland right now, the way that they've been playing, I know that Norway's going to be good and it's not going to be easy, but they're going to take it.
It's hard to bet against Switzerland at this point. They've been so dynamic. If Norway keeps it to 4-1, that would be considered success given how great Switzerland's been. It's just too big of a mountain for Norway to climb. I'm with you. I like Switzerland as well, and I like the crowd behind us who are primed and ready to lead their team onto the ice in just a few minutes. So stick it right here. Come back. First intermission. We'll be breaking down the game. Stay on IIHF TV, and we'll see you after the first.